What's up, guys? So today I'm going to change the oil on our 2014 Honda Odyssey. Now, this is going to be my first time changing the oil on this car, but I have changed the oil on probably around a dozen cars before. I'm not a professional mechanic though, so this is going to be a step-by-step walkthrough of me doing this oil change and all the tips you need to do this job, and even if it's your first time doing an oil change. Now, overall, this job is going to be about a 2.8 out of 5 on the 4 noobs scale. That means I probably wouldn't have my mom doing this job, but if you have the ambition and the appropriate tools and give yourself the time, you should be able to do this even without any prior experience. So let's start with the materials and tools you're going to need. First, you're going to need 5 quarts of 0W20 and the appropriate oil filter. I've got the Fram here that I picked up from my local Walmart. I'll put a few links in the description to some different oils and filters you can get from cheaper to higher end, because I know people have ratted me out on the Fram filters in the past. Next thing you'll need is a 17mm wrench or socket wrench for the oil drain plug. Something you'll need for the Honda Odyssey oil change is a funnel with a long neck, because where the oil fill is a little bit hard to access. Then you'll need a pan to catch the oil in. Then you'll either need a jack and jack stands or ramps. In my past videos, people have recommended I use ramps. I always use a jack and jack stands. If anyone wants to send some sample ramps to me, let me know. I'll be happy to try them out. Finally, I recommend some gloves with good grip. I literally use these old kitchen gloves and some paper towels or shop towels or rags, and I like to use some WD-40 to clean up a little bit under the car. So first thing is going to be to warm up the engine for a little bit. If you've already been driving it, that's fine. If not, let it warm up for maybe 5 minutes idling. And then right down here is going to be your oil fill valve, so you can see what I mean by it's a little bit hard to access, but I just unscrew it a little bit and leave it loose to start. Next part here is going to be jacking up the car. So if you're using ramps, I'll put where you can skip forward ahead to. Now, fortunately on the Odyssey, there's a convenient place, according to Eric the car guy, to jack up from right here, this tow hook. So that should be stable enough for us to jack in. It's very easy to get to. Okay, for reference, I've jacked up just until about the front wheels are off the ground. And I think we're gonna have enough space under the car. The good thing is on Odyssey, the oil drain plug is right there, so it's not too far back. And here's just for reference where that jack point is. Our jack stands are gonna go on each side right here. Behind the front wheels, there's this little notch. And same here on the other side, driver's front wheel, and we have this little notch. Okay, next my technique is to slightly lower the jack so that the van is resting on the jack stands, but I won't lower the jack down all the way. So now I'll come over here and check. The jack stands are tight and the van is stable. So here we go under the car. So under the passenger side, you'll find the drain bolt right here. Here's this part of the oil pan, and there's the drain bolt. All right, now I may be the only one that has this problem, but I'm under the front of the car and looking back at this. So I find it confusing sometimes which way is tightening and loosening. So for us, we're gonna go this way, that direction my finger is pointing. And there we go, we got it loose. Another tip is position our oil pan. The oil is gonna come out here, so it's gonna go towards the back of the car. So we aren't gonna wanna put this drain pan in the middle under that drain. We're gonna wanna put it towards the back of the car. All right, now, here's my oil pan, so I'm gonna keep one hand on it so I can move it front and back, and then I'm going to slowly loosen the drain plug. I'm going to kind of hold it, and then I'm going to pull it back real quick. And the oil could be hot. It's best to be wearing gloves at this point, but I don't have mine on. I'm going to loosen it until I feel it's off, and then one time I'm going to pull it. All right, and I got it. No dripping. Another tip, in the beginning, gravity is going to force it to drain towards the back of the car. As it's slowing down, you might need to move the pan back towards the front of the car, or else that drip may not be caught in your pan. Now the oil slowed to just a drip. I'm going to put the drain plug back on. Now, I used to often just put this hand tight and then tighten it down together with the oil filter after I drained from the oil filter. But one thing I learned from some viewers is why not just tighten that down now, because you might forget. So I'm going to tighten this down now, and the torque is going to be 30 foot-pounds or 40 Newton meters. Now, where did I get that? I have a shop manual from eManuals Online, and you may be interested if you like to do your own maintenance on your cars. So here's a preview of the manual for the 3rd generation Honda Odyssey. It's over 6,000 pages, and it really covers everything you'd want. So we have torque specs for every bolt. We have a bunch of wiring diagrams for everything that you want. It covers basic maintenance such as changing your front brake pads, and advanced things like replacing your whole engine. So if you're interested, link and a discount code will be in the description below. All right, so I've tightened it to 30 foot-pounds, and if you don't have a torque wrench, that's fine. 30 foot-pounds is about hand tight to what I get with my wrench. Now, while I'm down here, one thing I like to do is kind of check and wipe down, if you have any oil leaks or anything. Now, I will say this Odyssey with 180,000 miles looks really nice underneath. So not a lot of rust on these main frame rails or anything. No leaks here from the tranny or the oil pan or anything coming from the top. This thing looks really good. Maybe this really was worth $10,000 a year ago. Looks better than my 2004 Honda Pilot at 13 years old and less mileage. Now, one area where there is some oil buildup and would be good to spray our WD-40 is right here. Due to the oil drain being here, oil tends to collect right here on the top of this frame rail. So I'm going to spray some here. And the other place, because our oil filter is back in there, it looks like there is some oil on that CV boot. So I'm going to wipe that down just with my paper towels right in here. All right, so next we're going to get the oil filter. It looks like this is going to be the trickiest part of this job. So there's our drain plug. Now, our oil filter is going to be on the other side of this frame rail, more by the passenger side wheel well, and you see it all the way tucked up in there. So I never use a wrench or anything. I always loosen these by hand, but I'm going to see if I'm going to be able to get enough leverage with it tucked back up in there. So the good thing is it's not on too tight. And actually, let me show you how I'm able to get in here. Here's my left hand. I'm reaching up in here and I can get good leverage. Now I've got a paper towel ready here to put the oil filter on. Maybe I'll loosen it and let it drip a little first. Okay. Now it's out. Dump the oil out. Now that's become the messiest part of this job. Here's our new filter, and I am going to use the tip to get the gasket a little bit wet with the old oil. and then just put it up in there. It is a little bit hard to see where I am, so I used my right hand, spun it up, and I'm going to use the tip. I don't usually torque this, but spin it until it makes contact and then turn it about 3/4 of an additional turn. And you can kind of see the mess here, including on this rubber or plastic. So I'm going to definitely wipe down here. Yeah, look at that gunk in here from all that old oil. All right, so I think we're good. So I'm going to move everything away from under the car and then lower the car off the jack stands. And the nice thing about the Odyssey is all this is still accessible. So once I lower the car and refill the oil, I can look under there and make sure there's no drips or anything. Whereas on the Fit and CX-5, this is all covered up in plastic. So I get more concerned if I have like a slow drip, I might miss it. So I'm gonna have to jack the car back up slightly, move the jack stands off, and then lower. Make sure nothing's under the car. And back to the ground. Alright, now we're ready to fill our new oil, and our handy manual tells us 4.2 quarts if you're not changing the oil filter, 4.5 if you're changing the oil filter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with about 4 to avoid overfilling. Then I'm going to check the level manually on the dipstick. So since I have this 5-quart bottle, if I go down to 1 quart, then I put 4 quarts in. And I like to be super safe. After I put a little bit in, I get under the car and just make sure I don't have an obvious leak. Alright, so we put just about 4 quarts in. That's my level left in the bottle. But I already see on the dipstick that we're almost up to the halfway. So I'm going to go ahead and start the car, let it run for, I just do about 15 to 30 seconds. That'll let the oil cycle through, run into the oil filter, and then I'll top it off. Make sure we put our dipstick back in and our oil cap. Alright, let's check under a car, make sure we don't have any drips. And it looks good. It's very helpful here. You clean up on the floor, make sure you don't have any drips from when you change your oil. So you can be sure if you have any drips, then they're new drips, you might have an issue. So our oil's definitely low now, and that's okay because we only ran the car for about 15 seconds. So now I'm gonna add some more. I'll probably go like 1/4 quart and then check again just to get the oil just right. Okay, we are right about in the middle. It's hard to see, but you want to be in the middle of these 2 lines. I like to put it a little bit towards the top, and I'm right about there. So I might just add a touch more and then we're good. And I think I've added about 4.3 quarts by my estimate. So a quick note, if you're intimidated whether you want to try this job yourself or not, I think the Odyssey is a good vehicle to try a first-time oil change on, because compared to modern vehicles, the oil filter and oil drain are not covered up. So that gives you a lot more confidence just in case something went wrong, which has happened to me in the past. You can reach under here and I can feel the oil filter and feel that it's dry, and I can touch the drain plug without putting the car up on the jack. So I do think that just makes this job a little bit less intimidating if you've never done an oil change before. Finally, we just need to reset the oil life. So this is the 2014 Honda Odyssey Touring Elite. So I believe at least on the Elite models, it's like this. The lower trims may be different. So first you want to turn on the car, but you don't need to start the engine. So my foot is not on the brake, but I can press the start-stop button twice. And there we just saw our service engine soon. And I'm going to go to our main menu by pressing here. Over here, I'm going to click settings. Then on our top screen, I'm going to go over to vehicle settings, enter. And I'm going to press here and go all the way to the right to maintenance reset. I'm going to press down and then it's going to say oil life 15, A1, and I'm going to press enter to reset. Would you like to reset? Reset. And now it's showing 100%. And over here, let's see when we start the car. We don't have the warning here anymore. So that's it. We've successfully changed the oil for the first time on our 2014 Honda Odyssey Touring Elite. Hope this video helped you. If it did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in our next video.